The importance of meditation. This is something that's very important in my life now. It used to not be at all. And since it has been important, it has allowed me to be way more productive and way more stress-free. Meditation can improve your memory. It can slow down or even prevent neurodegenerative diseases. It can help reduce blood pressure. Regular meditation leads to neuroplasticity in the brain. So basically you get better control of your thoughts and even reactions. And meditation can sometimes be more effective than sleep. Meditation can be more effective than some painkillers, including morphine, which is very powerful. And all of this I'm telling you is not something that only expert level Buddha Zen masters can achieve. Routine meditation can make decisions easier. Consistent meditation is more important than lengthy meditation. The brain functions better with meditation. I know that's true. And even heart health can be improved through meditation. Thousands of people have overcome addictions using mindful meditation. If you're aware, there's kind of a trend going on with a lot of addiction retreats going up, and they use meditation as a main source of practice. Meditation reduces stress, probably the number one benefit on here. It can improve one's attention span, probably close to, if not the number one benefit on here. Meditation can increase kindness, which is absolutely true. I found that true in my own life. And meditation can keep us from aging, which is always nice. So now that we know the importance of meditation, let's go a little bit into who utilizes it and how to best utilize it. Number one, when you hear the word meditation, you think of, hippies from the 60s. It's really not that way anymore. Meditation is a vastly trending topic in the last few years and is just growing at exponential rates. More and more people are adopting it, from celebrities to average Joes and everyone in between. And the difference between mindfulness and meditation, you might hear the term mindfulness. There is a difference. They actually complement each other and overlap each other in many ways. But meditation is a large umbrella term that encompasses the practice of reaching that ultimate consciousness and concentration to acknowledge the mind and, in a way, self-regulate it. I mentioned in a previous slide about being able to maintain your thoughts and your focus better. Well, that's one of the benefits of meditation. And it can involve a lot of different techniques or practices to reach this heightened level of consciousness. And that's one of the great things about meditation is you really can't do it wrong. There's a way to do it faster and scale faster. Just like, I mentioned I'm a tennis player. There's a way to practice tennis in a way, or any sport in a way that gets you to the next level higher. But just being out on court and having fun there's nothing wrong about that. So mindfulness is basically a type of meditation alongside, you might have heard of Tantra and yoga, sexuality and silence, breathing, emptiness, all that kind of stuff. But mindfulness is a component of meditation in itself. Meditation is that large umbrella term. It is an approach to training the mind, similar to the way that fitness is an approach to training the body. If you think you go to the gym, you lift weights, you do some cardio, you're actually training your body. Meditation is that form, but through your mind. Basically, how do you meditate? I want to show you the really simple way, and I'm going to show you a way that you can scale it to go faster. Number one, sit comfortably. Don't lie down. I made the mistake when I first started meditating was to lie down, and I found myself actually falling asleep. You don't want to do that. You want to be resting comfortably, but in an awakened state. So you want to sit comfortably. I just have a regular sofa that I use. And most people, there's sometimes people actually get a meditation pillow, which is it's about this big, you put it on the ground and you cross your legs. You can do that. They're a few dollars, but I don't. Whatever's comfortable to you. But if you want to adopt this right now and you don't have a meditation pillow, by all means, use a sofa like I do. And the next step is just to close your eyes and make no effort to control the breath. Just breathe naturally. That's something that people hear. They have to do these big breaths and breathe out forcefully. Don't need to do that. That is one technique, but you really don't need to do that. You just simply breathe naturally and focus your attention on the breath and how your body moves with it in each inhalation and exhalation. Some people like to focus on their breath. I focus on what the breath does So I think about, I'm breathing in clean, almost glowing air, and I breathe out my stress. And if you, the way I kind of picture it is, you ever see the movie The Green Mile, where the guy kind of, if you haven't, let me just describe. It's about this guy who can do kind of like magical things, but he breathes life into people. And when he breathes the life out of people, he breathes out this toxic kind of like black smoke. That's kind of what I think the exhale of my breath is some kind of like dirty thoughts and air that I'm just trying to expel out of my body. Not dirty like sexually, but just dirty in fact of like toxins in the body. That's the way I picture it. But again, there's no wrong way to picture anything. Okay. Just be aware of what you're doing. Some people like to focus on the movement of the body and observe your chest, your shoulders, your rib cage, your belly, all focusing on your attention on the breath without controlling its pace. If you try to change the pace, you're focusing on something that doesn't need to be focused on. And the purpose of meditation is just to be aware. You don't want to really focus on anything. Just be aware of the attention that you're giving your body. And if your mind wanders, that's perfectly natural. Just return back to your breath. And the next section I have here is you aren't doing it wrong. When I first started meditating, I'm like, oh, shoot, there's another thought. Dang it, why am I thinking about that now? You actually can't control that. Even experienced Buddha masters that do this nonstop, have been doing it for 40 years, they still have thoughts popping in your head. It's actually subconscious, and you can't get rid of it. The way you regulate that is just to acknowledge that they're passing through your mind. There's nothing wrong about it. There's nothing bad about it. Just acknowledge that they're there and let them leave on its own. Thoughts will pop in your head. You can't calm down your mind like that. What you can do is regulate your thoughts, though. It's like working out. You get better as you go. And I'm only, about 8 months into it, and I find myself with a lot less thoughts. When I'm meditating now, I have a lot less thoughts popping in my head, but they still do come every few seconds. But before, when I first started meditating, it was just like nonstop, and that's okay. As long as you understand that they just come in, they come out, and you acknowledge that they're there. So how much is enough? First of all, 3 7 to 10 minute sessions is plenty per day. I made the mistake when I don't want to say it was a mistake, but I made the practice of doing longer sessions, like 20 minutes. And that was just too long for me. I realized that 7 to 10 minutes a day is just as effective for me as 20 minutes. So start out. I have an Alexa, and I just say, set a timer for 10 minutes. And it would tell me when the 10 minutes is up, and that was it. And I just scheduled it on my calendar, morning, noon, and evening. I typically like to do it just before meals, not after meals, but that's just a personal preference. Some helpful resources to get you started if you don't feel comfortable doing it on your own, if you don't feel comfortable just taking a 7-minute time out and just sitting on a sofa and just being alone with your breathing, then I actually start out with this timer called the Insight Timer. Very cool. It tells you not only how to meditate, and it gives you guided meditation, but you can be up and running in less than 2 minutes, and it even tells you who's meditating in your area, in your zip code, if you want to know that. It's kind of cool, but couldn't be easier. In less than 3 minutes, you have an expert, meditation expert, guiding you through meditation. Has nice music, and it just tells you, he or she tells you to focus on your breath, and there's dozens and dozens of different experts that you can push a couple buttons, and they're guiding you through meditation. I did that for many months. Also, Headspace is good. There's a little bit of charge, but there's a free trial. But what's great about Headspace is it guides you through step-by-step from day one, and it tells you what you accomplished for today, what's coming up for tomorrow, and it's just a fun, gamified way to do meditation. So go ahead and check those both out. I really hope that you adopt meditation in your life and look and understand the benefits and get to see some of those benefits, and then send me an email and tell me how great it is, okay?